having seen some of your music videos and heard your music, there's a little bit of that Whitney Houston, just like diva, like look at me. This video is brought to you by Try the World. We'll hear more about them later, but for now, let's get on to today's video. Welcome to Room 6, the channel dedicated to local and not so local music and the people that make it, including me and my guest. And my guest is another DI Records artist. If you're in the market for a record label out of Philadelphia, DI Records has been giving me tons of content. They've got a really great roster. This person is a singer for a Buenos Aires-based band named Liliumdust, specializing in symphonic metal with gothic and operatic elements fused with futuristic influences. Her use of coloratura voicing helps the band stand out among their contemporaries. Among her many artistic influences, they range from Beethoven and Mozart to Freddie Mercury and drag queen camp. My review of their latest single, Midnight, will be posting soon, so make sure you subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on that. Please welcome to the channel, Melitza Torres from Liliumdust. Hi, Melitza.
Thank you. That's quite an introduction.
I do my best. So, how are we doing? I know it's like 12:30 in the morning for you there.
I'm doing really fine. I'm a night person, so it's like, I don't know, afternoon.
It kind of comes with the job if you're a singer in a band.
Yeah. No, but luckily we're in summer holidays, so it's not a thing to get up early over here. So
excellent.
Yeah, it's great.
For me, I'm on a mini day because I'm off Monday. My whole family is off Monday. So. But before I move on, if you want to be featured on the channel, whether reviewed, interviewed, or both, hit me up using my email address or the Room 6 social media link down in the description. That's also where you find all sorts of places to find me online and also ways you can support the channel should you so choose. Thank you. Now then, I have a question for you right off the bat. Venezuela to Argentina to Buenos Aires? Were you moved all those, or did you choose to move?
I chose to move. Like a long time ago, because I came here a long time ago. I was starting on moving to a country where I could develop my career, and just Buenos Aires came into the list of opportunities, and it just came out as a great opportunity to come here and study and becoming an opera singer and develop a whole career in singing. So I came here. And I studied at the University of Arts, and I started singing in musicals, in operas, and it just became great. I even did theater, and I discovered that I loved theater. So it's been great.
Excellent. A lot of times when I see that sort of movement in someone's history, they were moved like they were a child, or my significant other got an unbelievable job offer and so we moved, or something like that. So I was just curious. And you mentioned how you're on break right now. You went from being a student to being a teacher at UNA, right?
Yes.
What are you teaching right now?
Well, I am not teaching at UNA right now. I'm just doing independent at my studio, where I am right now. But I was a teacher's assistant at UNA with my teacher, who was my teacher the whole career. And it was I think it was for 3 years. Yeah.
Of course. You didn't want to take up the mantle. You did it on your own?
It doesn't happen that way, actually. It is quite difficult because you need to have a certain amount of years working in institutions, and they don't give you the head position of a subject at the university just like that. Many years have to happen So being a teacher's assistant was part of that, of course. I don't know if I want to work there. That's just something that happened. I don't know where life is going to take me. So,
Right. All right. So, from there, I want to move to kind of one of my more usual interview questions. And I want to talk about your earliest musical influence. And by that, I mean, do you have a memory of a moment when you said, I want to do that?
I do. I actually do. I was a child and I was watching TV in Venezuela. There was a TV program, a TV contest of singers, and I saw someone singing a Whitney Houston song. And then they showed the video clip. It was from The Bodyguard. Okay, I Will Always Love You. And when I saw that, I decided that I wanted to be a singer.
That's a good moment. I I can definitely appreciate that. And having seen some of your music videos and heard your music, there's a little bit of that Whitney Houston, just like diva, like, look at me.
I don't know. I saw her not as a diva, but as a great singer with a lot of feelings and a lot to say.
Well, of course. Um, I actually studied voice for a couple of years, and part of that was, of course, some light opera and vocal ensemble. And I found it as soon as I heard your music, I was like, "Whoa, this is not something I hear a lot of. This is awesome."
Ah,
Uh,
thank
I
you.
really kudos to you. All right.
Thank you very much.
So from there, um, how how does the music that you um, performed, and I don't know how much songwriting you were involved with, but in Mandoble versus Liliumdust, is there a difference in their music styles? You would say?
Yeah, quite a difference. Because in Mandole, I was always performing characters, okay? Because those were stories, different stories, imaginary stories. And every song that I performed, it was a different character that we created. Okay, at the beginning, the songs that were released with them were even created by them. I didn't participate as much in the creation of those characters. So those were just, yeah, performances as an actress of those characters. In Lilium Dust, the music is quite different because it's not so neoclassical, because Mandeville was more neoclassical and more theatrical. Lilium does has different influences. It has these synthesizers that have this futuristic atmosphere with more power metal influences, and the songs are not characters. The songs are myself. I'm telling my stories. I'm telling things that are very personal. So that's quite a difference.
Okay, that makes total sense because Mandoble is definitely very theatrical. Not that Liliumdust isn't theatrical.
Well, I'm a little bit theatrical myself.
Actually, you and I share something very interesting. Your birthday is one day after mine.
Oh,
Yep.
your birthday is July 12th.
Yes. Same day as Julius Caesar. So
Siblings.
pretty much. But I I have been known to be theatrical myself.
Okay, we know about that.
I just thought that was interesting. It's I was like, oh, that makes sense. Okay. Um, so from there, you've performed for many years in many different capacities. And I want to now I know Lilium Dust has been a thing since 2001 when Ariel started it, right?
So, 2021.
I'm sorry, 2021.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Wow.
It hasn't that long.
No, I'm sorry, I just lopped off 20 years or added 20 years. But yeah, according to the online information, Ariel, your partner, started the band and then you joined in, or was this a thing you did together?
Yeah, Actually, he came with some compositions and he thought of my voice. And he said, it can be interesting if you joined these compositions that I have. Could you add some lyrics and some vocal lines to this? And that's how we started. And it was with Sway.
Right. I was going to mention Sway was the first song, really, or release. Um, okay, because I I wasn't sure whether it was something you designed together, or it was more like, hey, I got this thing. You want to sing on it? Okay.
Yes, yes. And then we started building the whole thing together. But that was how it all began.
Okay. So with that in mind, what is your favorite show memory performing in Liliumdust?
Wow. This is a
And it could
difficult
be
one.
something like it went way off the rails and things went really bad, or like if you have a memory that you would pull out at a party to say, "Oh my God, this one time," whether it was good or bad.
I think it was the second time we performed. Yes. I think that was very special. That which was the first time for a guitar player. That one was a really special one. Yeah. I remember that because the really first one was still during pandemic times and it was very weird. People were wearing face masks and everything. And this one was when everything had been released. So it was a bit different. The energy of the people, there was a lot of people, and the energy, and just to go back to stages again, I remember it that way because of that.
All right, so it was bigger than you were used to, and also your guitarist was new to him as well.
Yes, yes, and he was just perfect for the band right away.
Excellent. Before we move on, I want to take a quick little moment here to say thank you to everybody that has watched the channel, subscribed, followed, watched my live streams, and also supported the channel through various ways, through Patreon or buying merch or something like that. With all that in mind, I really want to say thank you. And there's a message from future Josh with a sponsor spot. So I hope it interests you.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Thanks, Josh from the past. As some of you know, I enjoy the occasional whiskey on this channel. Tasting and reviewing whiskeys makes me feel so gourmet. And that goes for trying out food from other countries, too. Sometimes I wish I could take a tasting trip around the world. Fortunately, there's Try the World. Try the World is the first gourmet tour around the world, but with no plane ticket needed. Just go to trytheworld.com and subscribe to receive a gourmet box from a different country like France, Japan, or Brazil every month. Discover a dozen of the best gourmet and cultural finds in each box, accompanied by beautifully illustrated culture guides explaining how to enjoy the food. Their site offers gift boxes, the premium signature boxes, and the very affordable snack boxes. I'm all about the snack box because you get 5 different snacks from 5 different countries every month. Normally, snack box subscriptions are $19 a box, but you do get a discount for an annual commitment. That's a price even musicians can afford. Just for watching this video, and for being part of Room 6, and for a limited time, you can use my affiliate link down in the description to get $10 off your snack box order by entering the coupon code SNACKBOX10 at checkout. Plus, you'll be helping out the channel. Thanks to Try the World for being a sponsor, and let's get back to today's show. We're back. And if that sponsor spot interested you at all, please consider clicking the link down in the description. You know the drill. And you'll save money. I'll get some money. A win-win, baby. And it will help me keep doing what I'm doing. For those of you just joining us, what are you doing jumping in the middle of a video? We're with Melissa Torres from Liliumdust. And we're going to jump back into some questions here. But first, the question I have for you is, any plans to come to the States, to the United States at all?
Well, we don't have plans, but we have desires. We want to travel with the band, and we would like to go to the United States. That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to know if there was anything upcoming that people could know about, but not yet.
Not yet. We haven't been invited yet, but we're waiting.
It's a big undertaking to go from Buenos Aires to, Las Vegas.
It's been a long way. It's a road.
All right. So, Milica. Now you're singing, but do you play instruments as well?
I do.
Okay, because I didn't see any instance where you were performing an instrument on stage. So what do you play?
Not with a band, but I do play a little bit of piano. I play the guitar. I play the bass. I used to play the violin. I play the mandolin, and I used to play the cuatro, which is a Venezuelan typical instrument. I guess that's it.
And do you play any of those on your solo music?
In my solo music, I play the piano. Yes.
Okay. I think if you study singing in a university, you have to know some piano.
Yeah, and if you teach singing, you have to know some piano.
Oh, yeah.
You need it. Your students need it.
I have fond memories of finding out I'm supposed to do a recital for a song in 2 days and being in the piano rooms, figuring it out. All right. So speaking of being in university and studying music, you performed wearing a cast. What happened?
I did. I broke my wrist.
You covered it with your scarf.
I did. That's how you call it. Nothing stops me going on stage.
Can I ask what happened?
I just slipped in my house and I broke my wrist. It was a home accident. It was very stupid, but it was very painful. And I broke it. And I did have this concert, and I just went on with all the things.
You channeled the pain into your music.
It didn't hurt that much when the concert happened, but it was like a month after the accident.
Okay.
I wore that for 2 months, okay?
Grown-ups take a lot longer to heal from broken bones than little kids do. When my daughter was maybe 2 years old, she broke her ankle, and it was like 2 weeks, and she was jumping in the pool. She was fine. But I got a hairline fracture on my wrist, and it was 4 months. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So from wearing a cast to wearing Gothic-inspired clothing, you're a model for Romanticide. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, she's my friend. We became friends because I visited the store just looking for some clothes for the stages. And, well, we began our friendship. I started visiting the store very often. And after some months, she asked me, well, would you like to do some photo shoots for the store? Well, and we did, and I liked it, and we began this interchange in which I made some productions with her, and she makes some clothes and designs exclusively for me. So, and we still have that relationship.
That's awesome. And I'll say, they suit you very well.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's the blue hair or what. And
well, I love it. I just love her clothes. I love her style. So that's why I started wearing, and I started looking for her for clothes designing.
Excellent. Now, let's see here. Oh, I'm sorry. Stick around. I've been meaning I keep forgetting to say this. Stick around because after the interview, we're going to see a music video for their latest song, Midnight, which I'll be reviewing later, like in about a week or so. So stick around for that music video. I can't believe I forgot to talk about that. So I wanted to say, is Midnight, would you say it's a little bit different than some of the previous music that Liliumdust has put out?
It is the first release from a second stage of the band. On this second stage, we are going more into some other kind of sounds, but they are sounds that we have been exploring in the first release, in the first album, Our Deepest Hollows. But in Our Deepest Hollows, there were some, typical orthodox symphonic metal formulas, and on this new, I would say, era that we're visiting, we're going more into the futuristic and new modern sound. But I'm still singing the same way, and I'm still saying the same kind of things because it's still me. But it's like we went. Our Deepest Hollows was born during pandemic times, and you can tell that. And it's going very deep into yourself and your miseries, and that's how it came out. So this time we went through that, and we came out of the hole, of the black hole. And this time we're going around the real world, and the real world is full of modern things right now. We're actually futuristic, is some statics, but we're living that. We're very dependent on cell phones. We use technology for almost everything, and we're developing more and more and more and more into that. So that's like what we are reflecting in this new time. And this is a song that I started writing, and I felt the need to write a soft song and to show that side of me. And I did.
Yeah, and because it definitely sounded a little different to me, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but you nailed it. So thank you for that. All right, we have a couple more questions, then we'll get to the music video, so stick around. So, how long have you had the blue hair?
Oh, a long time.
I know you had it before, before performing in Vanessa, where you you sprayed your hair.
Yeah. I did.
And has it always been blue? I mean, obviously you weren't born with blue hair, but
No.
was blue your first choice and you just stuck with it?
No. I went through, and it wasn't always all blue. I started with a part of my hair, and I started experimenting with magenta, which is a color that I love. And I started with that. Then I went to blue, violet, purple, then pink, fuchsia, and it went on and on and on and on. And I remember that I had to record this video clip for Mandable, Holy Blood Sacrifice. And I thought of the character that I was performing, Death, the character of Death. And I remember that I wanted this Death with gray hair. And me trying to get to gray hair just managed to get a very violetish blue. And I said, well, I'm okay with that. I actually love this color. And I loved it that much, so much, that I still wear it. It has developed into a lighter blue, and it has changed a little bit from a turquoise to a more kind of blueberry, and it has gone to many different shades of blue, but it's been blue. And it's my hair. I mean, I imagine myself like I was born with blue hair. It was always meant to be my color.
Yeah. All right. So, last question. You made it. Yay. And then we'll get on to the music video for Midnight. And you, Room Sixers, who watched my interviews before, thank you for watching. You know what's coming. I ask this of all my prey. So, Melitza Torres, let's pretend we're talking to little you.
Oh.
Okay? We're going to circle back to that earliest musical influence question at the beginning of the interview. And what I really want to do is let's talk to like new musicians, really. And as someone who is a teacher of musicians, you're suited perfectly for this. So, what is one thing that you wish you could have told yourself when you said, I want to be a musician? And what is that one thing you wish you could go back in time and say, you're going to need to know about this?
Well, if I could tell that little girl something, I will tell her, don't step back when your family tells you that you can't or that you shouldn't go into the music world. Go into it as soon as you are able to, because you won't regret it. That's what you love, and that's what you will feel passionate about, and that's what will make you feel happy. So go into it and don't wait. Don't wait any time.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah. I couldn't say it any better. I waited, and I waited to the point where I've never been on tour. Like I missed that whole phase where you're willing to live in your car and go, sleep on people's couches and stuff just to go be a musician. And I waited until I was comfortable. And it's really hard to write music when you're happy. Especially rock music. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being on the channel, Melitza. Stick around. We're going to see Midnight by Liliumdust, and then we'll catch you in the outro. And in the meantime, we'll temporarily say goodbye.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Melitza Torres from Liliumdust for coming on the channel. It was a great interview and a great music video. If you want to know more about the band, check out the links down in the description. I put their social media links. And if you want to see more videos like this, please click up here. If you want to subscribe, click over there. You know what the drill is, wherever it is. And if you want to hear my own music, click over there. Remember to be amazing, and we'll see you next time on Room 6. Say goodbye, Melitza.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.